Welcome to the final experiments. The final experiments are a preponderance of evidence against flat Earth. And the final experiments all confirm the globe. These experiments were all conducted in December of 2024 when 4 flat earthers and 4 globers went on a journey with me, Will Duffy, to Antarctica. We spent time in Punta Arenas, Chile, which is at the southern tip of South America, before flying to Antarctica. This entire trip allowed us to conduct historic experiments and collect data firsthand from an area of the world that few people will ever have the opportunity to visit and do this themselves. Prior to my announcement of the final experiment in early 2024, a vast majority of flat earthers, with very few exceptions, promoted the Gleason's map of the world, which is an azimuthal equidistant projection. This map had the North Pole at the center and pushed the south to the outer perimeter of the known world. This made Antarctica an ice wall perimeter around all the world's continents, and it served to hold in all the world's oceans, as flat earthers claim water must have a container. It also extends the entire southern hemisphere into a larger and larger area, where on the globe, everything south of the equator gets closer and closer together. This made being at the southern tip of South America and Antarctica the perfect place to test flat Earth claims and also confirm the globe predictions. Every single flat Earth claim failed. Every flat Earth prediction was demonstrably false. The final experiments are meant to be taken collectively, just like evidence in a court of law. Undoubtedly, flat earthers will attempt to discredit individual experiments we did, while at the same time ignoring the rest. If they cannot provide an accurate map of the world and a working model that can account for the results of all of these final experiments collectively, that is because we don't live on a flat Earth. If they try to say these experiments are not actual experiments, but only observations, that is because they cannot reconcile our findings with a flat Earth. If they say that flat Earth does not make predictions, that is because making accurate and testable predictions based on a flat Earth is impossible, because a flat Earth does not exist. You cannot make and test predictions based on something that is not real. Maps of the globe exist because the globe exists. The entire globe model exists because the globe exists. Countless globe predictions come true every day, and countless future globe predictions will continue to happen exactly as predicted because the globe exists. If a flat earther tells you that there is no accurate flat Earth map and there is no working flat Earth model and that they don't make predictions, that is an implicit admission that a flat Earth does not exist. Because you can map things that exist, you can model things that exist, and you can make very specific predictions that come true based on something that actually exists and is testable. I created the final experiment to give both sides, flat Earth and globe, an equal opportunity to prove their side. Only the globe side returned with evidence supporting their position. The globe side returned with tons of concrete evidence that both accurately matches the globe model and also falsifies flat Earth. This brings us to the 24-hour sun in Antarctica. A 24-hour sun is a sun that is visible in the sky all day and never sets. It's visible in the sky all 24 hours. Flat earthers said for almost a decade that there was not a 24-hour sun in Antarctica. They were wrong. Flat earthers said for almost a decade that a 24-hour sun in Antarctica would prove the globe, as a 24-hour sun in Antarctica would not be possible on a flat Earth. Hear them for yourself.
One of the arguments that people give is on a flat Earth, you can't have a 24-hour sun, a midnight sun in Antarctica. And I totally agree. But there is no midnight sun in Antarctica.
Now, let's say we are trying to prove the globe or trying to prove it's flat. Should be very, very easy, right? I mean, on a globe, we would have a 24-hour sun in the southern summer. That means that the sun would circle the continent.
In order to fit the heliocentric globe model, this midnight sun phenomenon must also occur for observers south of the Antarctic Circle during winter solstice. Depending how far south the observer is, the sun should be seen for several days or weeks, never fully setting, just like it does in the north.
In the one model, the heliocentric model, it would necessitate having a 24-hour sun in the south.
Honestly, if you want to know for sure if the Earth is spherical or not, go to Antarctica during the summer and see if you can watch the sun for 24 hours. You can't.
You mentioned the sun, right? Like the idea is, yeah, if you see the sun in the sky for 24 hours, that's what the globe predicts. And how would the flat Earth explain that? But that's not what happened.
Say that right here. I've got a friend who's in Antarctica right now, and she said there's no 24-hour sun. It rises and sets. If you don't have 24-hour sun in their summertime, if it's not doing a 360 degrees around it like it does the north, then it's not a ball. Simple.
Yeah, so I used to run the largest flat earth group in the world, but for 6 years I asked all the Globers, just show me the 24-hour sun in Antarctica, and they couldn't do it. And then the group got deleted and we got censored.
And what I found is anything that would prove the Earth is a globe, the globe science community lies about. For example, the 24-hour sun in Antarctica doesn't work on a flat Earth.
So the reality of our world is that in both models, we're supposed to have a 24-hour sun. In the flat Earth model, we say there isn't a 24-hour sun in the south, and there isn't.
You know, this would be easy to prove, but they hide this from us too. All we'd have to prove is go to Antarctica. Let me and you go to Antarctica, spend a week there in the summer, and let's see if the sun does a 360-degree circle all the way around us. If so, it's a ball.
It does not get any more clear than that. It's also important to point out that Gleason's map also says there is no 24-hour sun in Antarctica and includes a bogus claim that there is no sunlight beyond 80 degrees south. Anyone promoting or using Gleason's map after 2024 is knowingly and willingly spreading false information. The globe predicted a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, and flat earthers said there would not be a 24-hour sun. Because we live on a globe, the globe prediction was correct. The sun never set the entire time we were in Antarctica. All 4 flat earthers with us in Antarctica saw this with their own eyes and publicly now acknowledge that they were incorrect in their prediction that there would not be a 24-hour sun. In addition to their eyewitness testimony, we took video and time lapses with multiple cameras of the 24-hour sun. Here is one quick time lapse that Dave McKeegan captured while we were just outside Union Glacier Camp in Antarctica. If a flat earther tells you that a time lapse is not a video and therefore doesn't count as evidence of the 24-hour sun, remind them that a video is a series of pictures, as is a time lapse. And remember that they are only using that excuse because they cannot reconcile a 24-hour sun in Antarctica with a flat earth. So they will come up with other ways to attempt to dismiss the reality of the 24-hour sun, the eyewitness testimony from 4 flat earthers, and the high-definition video and time lapses we captured with multiple cameras. Let the record show that the globe prediction was correct and the flat Earth prediction was wrong. But there's more to the story here. Globe predictions are precise and detailed, again, because the globe exists. You can only make accurate predictions that can be tested and verified with something that actually exists. Flat Earth cannot make these types of predictions because a flat Earth simply does not exist. The globe model not only has a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, but also a 24-hour sun in the Arctic in the north. This will be a common theme in this series, where we will see a beautiful symmetry between the northern and southern hemispheres of the globe, a symmetry that is impossible on a flat Earth. And these 24-hour suns on the globe model in the north and the south happen at different times of year in their respective locations in the Arctic Circle and the Antarctic Circle. The globe model also says that the 24-hour sun in the north will move through the sky from left to right, while the 24-hour sun in the south in Antarctica will move through the sky from right to left. This is another common theme that will emerge in this series. A type of mirror effect when comparing observations in the northern hemisphere with observations in the southern hemisphere. Again, something that makes perfect sense on a globe, but would be impossible on a flat Earth. But the globe model does not stop there. The globe model also predicted the exact elevation angle of the sun based on where we were in Antarctica and what time of day it was, including the up and down wave pattern motion throughout the day. And if that's not enough, the globe model also says that at the geographic poles, the South Pole and North Pole, the sun's elevation angle will not have any visible change in a 24-hour period, meaning no wave pattern. And that is exactly what we see at the South Pole. Compare the time lapse from Dave McKeegan that we just watched, where the sun moves through the sky up and down, with this time lapse from Robert Schwartz, which was taken over 5 days at the South Pole. As you can see, the sun did not move up and down through the sky in a wave pattern like it did for us at Union Glacier. Yet both of these time lapses were taken in Antarctica. Still, the globe accurately predicted the sun's elevation angle changes at Union Glacier, in addition to accurately predicting the lack of elevation angle changes at the South Pole. Many people all over the world released video predictions of the sun's elevation angle changes prior to our trip to Antarctica. Here is a video prediction from Ola Dazalier, which he created before we flew to Antarctica. And as you can see, accurately predicted the movement of the sun through the sky at our specific location of Union Glacier. None of us had ever been to Antarctica, and the 24-hour sun had never been filmed at Union Glacier. So how was this precise prediction by Ola and others able to be made? Because we live on a globe. Because the globe exists, it can be modeled by anyone and will accurately predict what will be seen at any geographic location. This is impossible to do on a flat Earth because a flat Earth does not exist. All data points collected perfectly match the globe. A 24-hour sun in the north at the opposite time of year from a 24-hour sun in the south. A 24-hour sun in the north that moves through the sky from left to right with a 24-hour sun in the south that moves through the sky in the opposite direction. And then the sun's exact elevation angle based on where the viewer is standing in Antarctica and what time of day it is. And finally, the lack of visible change in the sun's elevation angle at the South Pole, which is only 600 miles from Union Glacier. Flat Earth cannot account for any of this. Do not be fooled by a flat earther shining a flashlight on a plastic dome and claiming a 24-hour sun works on a flat Earth. They will film from the outside of the dome, hoping you won't notice. But they would need to instead film from inside the plastic dome, not outside, as there are no observers outside a dome. And that video inside the dome would need to have a 24-hour sun in the north one part of the year, a 24-hour sun in the south the other part of the year, which goes in the opposite direction, while the flashlight continues moving in the same direction as the 24-hour sun in the north. And it would need to have the sun's elevation angle changing for observers in Antarctica and the sun's elevation angle not changing for those far enough south, all at the same time. If you didn't follow all of that, that's okay. It's not possible on a flat Earth. And all of this together simultaneously will never be modeled because, again, you can't model something with this amount of precision and make these very specific, accurate predictions concerning something that doesn't exist. It's only possible to do this with something that is real. And because the globe is real, every single globe prediction concerning the 24-hour sun was confirmed. And the flat Earth predictions were completely false. Please watch our other experiments, which are part of these final experiments, where you will see results that confirm the globe and that would be impossible on a flat Earth. And please share this video with anyone you know who is a flat earther or considering flat Earth. As Jesus said in John 8:32, you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free.